Hey everybody, it's Jackie from ESLspeaking.org. So today I'm going to talk about my top 5 ESL activities for higher level students or advanced students. The first one I have is closeness in meaning. So this is kind of an English proficiency style activity. So students have a target sentence and then they have some other sentences, maybe 3 or 4 additional ones. They have to match the one that is closest in meaning. And obviously for higher level students, the differences can be very subtle. You don't need to make it super obvious. It can be kind of shades of gray, and then you can have a discussion about why. Each one is maybe closer or less close in meaning. Sorry, that's my very loud cat Lucy in the background. All right, the next one is Dictogloss. So find or write a passage that contains a lot of the target grammar or vocabulary, and then put students into pairs. Then read out the passage at a much faster than normal pace for that level of students. They have to listen carefully, take a few notes, and then when you're done, they try to recreate what they heard with their partner, either by speaking or writing. Repeat the process again, and students add more information, and finally, they can compare what they have with the original version. Next one. Something I like to do is future forms and predictions with my higher level students. So students are usually quite proficient at using like I'm going to or I will or using the simple present to talk about things like schedules. What they're not proficient at is using them all together and kind of knowing the subtle differences in between them and what situation you use I will do something or I'm going to do something. So yeah, have a quick lesson on that, and it's actually quite interesting and very useful, even for very high level students. Next one is freeze group writing. So this is where you start a few stories or have the students start a few stories. Then you say freeze, then they pass their paper to the next person who adds a couple more sentences, freeze, pass it along. And then I'll do that for a few rounds until I'll say, okay, this is the last round, wrap up the story, and then that person will wrap up the story, and then you can read out the stories or just have students read them individually by themselves. Next one is finding something in common. So this is kind of a mingling type activity that's a great icebreaker. So all the students stand up with a pen and paper in their hands and they have to circulate around the classroom. And the goal is to talk to everybody in the class to find out their name and then also to find out something that they have in common with. Maybe they both play piano or they have 2 siblings or something like that. Just kind of something maybe like a little bit unusual that they wouldn't have in common with all the other students in the class. All right, so that's it. Those are my top 5 ESL activities for higher level students. If you like this video, please hit like, subscribe, and also be sure to check out my blog post with a ton more ideas for advanced English learners. All right, until next time, bye everybody.